Sometime late in 2019, I fitted one of these aftermarket Taiwan built Grille shells. I wasn't overly impressed at the time of fitting it. Not overly impressed is probably the understatement of the century. It did take around 2 to 3 hours of finessing the crappy build quality of this grill to actually get it to fit to the 124 in a straight fashion. So what I'm going to do is remove and dispose of the actual shell and repurpose the inner grill in an original good condition OE shell. The one I have, it's not great, but it's passable. It does have some condition issues, but at least it's genuine and it's not going to rust like this thing is already starting to do. People did warn me at the time of fitting it that they had them in the past and they were rusted out within 6 months. That is definitely possible in countries with severe weather. Here in Australia, or in Western Australia in particular, rain is not so much an issue, especially with this car. It's been undercover the whole time. It's only gotten wet once. I did actually record a video of it. The rain was so severe that it came in horizontally underneath the covering and got everything wet. So you'll see later on the damage that's already occurred to this and why I'm so severely unimpressed. So this is the original shell that I've got, which is in reasonable condition. I'm just removing the grill out of it because I'm going to fit the Taiwan grill inside of it. That's probably the only thing that is passable on that aftermarket grill shell. But you don't have to buy the whole shell just to get the insert. They sell the insert separately, and it's about 1/3 of the cost. So really that's what I should have done in the first place and not bothered with the poorly made shell. This original shell has a pretty bad condition grill. All of these strips are dented. And just feeling it, it feels better quality. It's thicker material, it's stronger. It's the right shape, which really helps in installation. It just fits and works the first time. Fortunately, they've made the plastic insert pretty accurately. I didn't have any fitment issues with that. I did not use the screw that came with the Taiwan grill assembly, because no doubt it's not even stainless steel, or it's extremely cheap. It didn't appear to be as nicely made as the original one, so I used that in preference. I also used the German clips around the edge as well. I wasn't going to reuse the Taiwan-made ones because I don't think they're going to last either. While this shell isn't exactly perfect, it's starting to look good now. This is a new front badge. I purchased this on eBay because I know someone will ask. It did come from Latvia, and the price was around 40 Australian dollars delivered. The star on top of the shell I purchased locally. There is some wear around the top of that hole as well, which I was surprised with. So as these come out of the box, they're basically in the insertion mode. There is a spring bracket on the bottom side. You have to rotate about 90 degrees after you have pushed it into its hole. I'll show that shortly. So this is the piece that actually keeps it firmly secured inside the shell. You just have to rotate that, or you pull it, rotate it, and let it go. And that is now not going anywhere. It's rock solid. So that's the original shell refitted to the car. As you can see, there is some wear at the top of where the original star used to be. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I can always change it later if I change my mind, but at least it's better than this one. And you can see the water marks here from the first and only time it's gotten wet in my ownership, and it has started rusting around where the water droplets have dried off. This is unacceptable, and this will not last any decent length of time fitted to a car that you care about. I cannot recommend these grills at all, until they improve the quality of manufacturing anyway. And as such, well, this is the only place that I would personally recommend where one of these goes. And that is exactly what has just gone in the bin.